We are once again at the University of Toledo for an H1N1 update. With me is Dr. Kris Brinkman, who is head of the emergency department here. And we keep doing stories about shortages of flu vaccine. Are you seeing that as well?
Yes, we're still short over here. You know, at the university, we had our drive-through vaccination drive a week or so ago, and that went very well. But it pretty much depleted our vaccine supply, and we've been getting sporadic doses since then, but not enough to really treat the large majority of the patients in our area.
Do you know in advance when you're going to get more, or does it just kind of come in unexpectedly?
We often don't have a lot of notice. You know, it does tend to be, like I said, pretty sporadic. So we don't really have a lot of notice. We usually get a few days, but that's about it.
Now, the supply is still short enough that it's mostly high-risk people being vaccinated, correct?
Yeah, we're still in the category right now, and I think the entire country is the same way, that we're still looking at the high-risk patients. We really aren't at a point where we would love to get to a point that we can vaccinate the masses, meaning we can get everybody involved, but right now we're really trying to focus on those higher-risk groups, and of course, you know, those groups are the high school kids, the college kids, you know, who obviously are stuck together, you know, and can pass things along very quickly, as well as the people with illnesses and injuries, you know, and particularly problems that potentially would make them susceptible to the H1N1.
Let's check infection rates now. It was higher in October. It's tapered off some.
Yeah, things have dropped off a little bit. You know, things seem to be, I guess we're calling it stabilizing. Things seem to be stabilizing a little bit, and we're hoping that this is showing some evidence that the vaccine is kicking in and is giving us some protection for those patients who were particularly running into more and more problems with this. So, so it seems like things are slowing down a bit.
But that doesn't mean H1N1 has gone away, right?
No, not at all. I mean, our concern here is that this just could be the end of wave one, and that's kind of what our worry is. When we've had previous major flu problems, we would tend to get this in waves. We'd get one wave that would come, affect a whole lot of people, but it would not make them extremely ill. Next wave then sort of regenerates itself into a different type of organism that then can attack things a little more aggressively. And so we're kind of bracing for that. Hopefully we'll get enough vaccine out there and vaccinate enough people that we can blunt that wave to attack. So that's what we're shooting for.
Before we wrap things up, let's review the symptoms that people need to be really watchful for to know when it's time to seek help.
Well, again, if you just simply have flu symptoms, you know, you're a little bit congested and coughing, sore throat, we're not asking you to go run to the emergency department or go see your doctor necessarily for that. But if you start getting short of breath, you know, having high fevers, chills, vomiting, where those things are starting to happen, whether you're a child, adult, or otherwise, you need to be seeking some medical attention.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Brickman. That is our H1N1 update this week from the University of Toledo Medical Center.